Hello, everyone. It's me, Absolutely Raven, and I'm here live to talk about what is trending right now that is everywhere. And I just want y'all take on it. But before you get to that, anybody who watching me on the replay, please feel free to subscribe as well as like this video. I will be putting out more content really soon. I'm working on my next video and my part two to my Puerto Rico trip. So if you haven't caught that, please catch up. I will be premiering that tomorrow. I'm on the debate if I'm gonna go live or not, but we'll see. Just how I feel, what mood I'm in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank y'all, anybody who watching me on this replay. Hey, E. Hey, how are you? It's been forever. How you doing? Long time no see. Hey, I'm good. I'm good. I can't complain. I cannot complain. Just chilling. I know, right? What is your take on what's going on? How do you feel? I don't want to give y'all my opinion because just yet. I'm gonna let some people come in before I express my opinion. Hey, Shawana, how are you? This this right here is crazy. I want to see what y'all think. Hey, Cam, what y'all think about this whole thing? I can't say I didn't watch the Oscars. That's just not um my judge. I always catch clips anyway. So I just wanted to see what y'all thought about it. But that right there was different. Almost made me like this the Oscars? Because we a couple years ago was talking about how bland the Oscars was. Getting real knowledge. uh bad. You slept through the Oscars. I'm not sure what's going on. You did? Yeah, nah. I don't even think about the Oscars. I just see if, what I'm saying, one of us won on the other side, you congratulate them, root them on. But man, I ain't got time to be looking at that. They don't really be playing fair, if you know what I mean. But um I definitely caught the clips this morning, and that's all I've been hearing all day. So I just wanted to talk about it because I honestly heard something, and I really feel like a lot of people is just not representing the situation from my point of view. Like I'm just seeing so many comments of it's that's what's up or whatever, or but I mostly see people saying that what I'm saying, he wasn't right. So I just wanted to see what other people felt like, cause I'm like I'm trying to hold back what I feel because I want y'all to chime in, but E, you said protect black women. All right, all right, all right. I feel you. I do feel like it was a Shawana saying hi to everybody. I do feel like it was a little squirm worthy, but hey, do what you have to do. You you watched the Oscar? Bro, I didn't watch it. Hey, long time no see. What's up, life with your man? How are you? How's everything going? I feel like he was right, and that's a husband. So you did what you needed to be done. You know what? Shout out to y'all. I like these comments. I like these comments. Y'all finna have me tell y'all my side. Would the joke be funny had it said to a woman suffering with cancer that lost her hair? I know that's right. I know that's right. I feel you. Oh my. When you got to tell a whole house you live, oh my God. Let me catch up with the chat. Y'all coming in with the comments. Okay, okay. Oh my God, that was so funny. Everybody saying hi to everybody. As a woman that's been married for 70 years and I live with alopecia. Okay. You don't know how she feels inside, and Will has to get her through it. Right. I did see it on the news. Yes, it's been everywhere. All the blog sites, everything. Okay, StreamYards, y'all coming in with the comments. Okay, I can't keep up. Hold on, hold on. It's not the first time Chris took a shot at Jada. You're right. You're correct. I feel if everyone knows the history, they would know he is human, and Dizel told him best. Yes, the devil is always busy. Y'all saying hi to everybody. Okay, so me personally, I just kept seeing. I see a lot of like regular people, but I seen so much commentary where people was like kind of saying like, "Oh, he wasn't. Will isn't right for doing that at the Oscars of all places. He could have called him anywhere else and not did this." But how many times can a man publicly humiliate a man wife in front of him? It's one thing that he sees all these nobodies clowning him for the whole 2020 2021, the whole half of 2020, and the rest of the half of 2021. People was clowning Will and Jada. They was clowning Jada for what she said, but mostly Will for sitting there crying and hearing about this whole August Alsina, everything that they said on Red Table. They was getting scrutinized for everything they brought up. How much can this man be brought? Then you sit here and have a meeting. You sitting here having interviews, and you're talking about a book that you putting out, and now you trying to talk about this man marriage and that they cheated. You don't understand what kind of arrangement they have with each other or whatever. But it just at some point a man comes to a term, a real man who's been with his wife for as long as he have been through everything. And I don't know no relationship that's been that long or marriage, because I've been with my guy for 14 years. So I don't consider myself as if we're just married, but in my eyes, we've been together that long. It's it. That's it. That's a commitment, and there is no way, shape, form, or fashion that a man can disrespect me in front of him and him not step to him. Whether it's you calling him out and checking him, which we'll have done in the past, and or if you're trying to laugh it off, like how much can someone take? I just keep seeing people saying like he wasn't right for doing that at the Oscars. He's gonna mess up. They might take his Oscar away. They're gonna review it. They're gonna do the like right, like this man literally, like he was trying to laugh it off. From my point of view of looking at the video and really seeing the footage, he tried to laugh the stuff off and be like, ha ha ha, even though they would have bad blood from previous time when they boycotted the Oscars. But when he saw that Jada was hurt, or she could, you don't know what she felt. She probably broke down and cried. instantly he was like, if a tear drop, he like, oh, see, no, we ain't finna do that. So, like he said, keep her name out your. I bet you won't keep having these jokes and thoughts about him as if he's sweet and he's gonna take it all in stride. Like he said, we're supposed to, just because we're in this position, we constantly supposed to take all the scrutiny, we're supposed to take everything, we're supposed to pretend like it's not happening. At some point you're gonna break a man, and then you got tensions high, you sitting here waiting for a war, your adrenaline is pumping, you sitting here, and this man who you got beef with sits here and makes a corny joke. Well, even if it's simple and it was corny, and you, of all people, it was a room full of people. Why did you point us out? Because you felt like Will was sweet. You felt like Will was sweet enough to allow you to sit here and say whatever you want to Jada. They hadn't been in the Oscars in forever, from my understanding. And so when they finally come back, because he's trying to come back for a war he's supposed to win, you throw a corny joke. I'm pretty sure that joke wasn't even rehearsed because you didn't know he was coming. You didn't know how it was gonna go. You sat here and threw it out. And then when you first said it, you had a Jada gave a look to him like, and so he like, it's just a joke. I'm just joking. Like it's just both men. He didn't have to go that far in front of them in a way, but at some point of view, that man took the hit for all of them bullying that everybody been saying, all of the stuff people been putting out, all the press. Regardless, if I sit up here and I tell you X, Y, and Z about my family, my life, my relationship, my everything, that is my right to tell you, and then you can say whatever you want to. But if you trying to find, she really revealed that she was struggling with alopecia way beforehand. So if you didn't know that, then that's, I don't know how you didn't, because everything they say on Red Table Talk is like scrutinized. So if it was any other disease she was fighting, would you make a joke about that? If she was in a wheelchair, would you make a joke about that? Like, and then for y'all to have, you should have knew that was off limits because y'all had past history of beef. But that's just how I felt. I just felt like people was just scrutinizing him so much, and I mean, nobody saw it coming because he was supposed to be this clean cut, super, Will Smith. But the same thing with Denzel Washington. All of them, you put them at this high level to where at the end of the day, you can catch these hands. That's all I'm saying. Like that's what I look at. Like, nope, he's still Willie from Philly. Let me catch up with the comments. Um, Everybody know the history. They would have known. He's human, and Denzel told him best. Yes, the devil was busy. Thank you, Bree. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all coming in to chime in. I do. Don't forget to hit the like button, because I just forgot to tell y'all that. Cam, you said you think, in your opinion, you think, and that's good. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You felt like he should have stayed in his seat. I disagree. Respectfully, I disagree. I don't agree with. I didn't agree with when they were scrutinizing Kanye. I really feel like this is the year of the awakening, and people are not going to keep on taking and tolerate. Things gonna have to change. The cancel culture and the bullying culture, because it's not just the people who saying it. The media heightens it too, to make it be as worse as it is. Whether you got a bunch of blog sites bringing it out, personal, it's gonna change. People is not gonna keep on allowing you to continue to be the way you are. I didn't disagree with Kanye West with his stance, because I really felt like he was drunk, but I also saw what he was going through, and he just had a breakdown, and I'm pretty sure this probably what. And then for everybody who was shouting mental health last year, why aren't they saying that for Will? You know what I'm saying? I sit here. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, but I be sitting here watching this TV show Bel Air, and I'm like, dang, wait a minute. Even if it's TV and it's a little bit exaggerated, but if you can read the book, Will has had a lot of like devastation in his life. Like constantly, you would have thought like he was all this great, funny, loving thing going on with him coming from Philly and moving to Bel Air and moving with his uncle and getting in a better environment. But I'm like, can y'all lay off of Will? Like if he cried one more episode in this, like it was just horrible things. Like you would think that you moving up in the world, like the Jeffersons, you're gonna have this better life. But it was still so much baggage he had, and I just think people mentality is just gonna have to change. And if y'all screaming mental health with Kanye and all these other people, please don't dis own Will Smith as well because he's who he is. Because we don't personally for me as black people, we're very emotional. So our emotions come off as, oh, we're erratic or irrational or we're ratchet or we're, whatever you want to call us. But at the same time, sometimes we internalize and struggle with things that we just swallow constantly and it builds up. And I mean, and he was known to have a temper, so it's just like and they was cool with each other. I don't know if they'll be cool again, but he was cool enough to not to press charges. So I honestly believe like it was basically bound to happen because like I said, we sit here and we take so much until enough is enough. And that's not right. So if last year in 2021 when everybody was screaming, oh my mental health, please Mr. Will Smith because of who he is. Because I'm just looking at the backstory of where he come from, who he is, and even though that's just a bird's eye view, and that's just he's a human being, just like Jamila said. He's still human. We all human. We living with all kind of emotion, and that was a build up. That wasn't just because of that joke. That was just a build up. I don't even feel like it was just towards Chris Rock per se. That could be the Oscars. That could just be disrespect. Period. I'm constantly getting disrespected over and over again. Now I sit here to win a reward, and you're in my face. I represent a man who would never let anybody disrespect his kids. Who am I as a father and a husband to sit here and let you disrespect my wife? Funny when you making jokes about my wife. Anytime, any comedy or not, there's been plenty of times people comedians been on stage and people in the crowd will jump up and say something or do something or anything because they're not playing it. Like they don't find it funny. You don't know what people be going through. So that I mean, that's just what I think about it. Like nobody's talked about his mental, and they all just saying like he's just wrong for getting up. Like at some point, you're gonna stop poking the bear. You can't let the bear keep letting getting. The bear ain't gonna keep poke. Like eventually, he's gonna get up and bite your head off. And I think that's just what it is. It got heated. A man is a protector, a provider. Yeah, he said it publicly. That's total disrespect. National TV. This is the Oscars. This ain't BET Awards or nothing. Not to discredit them, but I'm for real. Like this ain't the Source Awards or something where you're gonna get some local channels or something. This is around the world, and this the second time he's actually had to come at somebody public. Like you could say that. I guess he's thinking like you could say that to anybody, to me about me or my family anywhere. He probably said you can say it about me, but don't say stuff about my family. Don't say my wife. Don't say my kids in my face in public. Like you know me. So why would you do that? Like why would you make a joke out of that? Like and it wasn't funny. And you saw it when she first rolled her eyes at you and turned twisted her lip. Then you try to like pull back like, oh, it was just a joke. It was just a joke. That's when Will got up. Like you didn't see that wasn't funny. Oh, I miss and love you guys as well. E says right. Bree, he had to hit Chris Bree. I love y'all, but I promise you, in my mind, the way I think he had to. If he didn't hit Chris, what the headlines will be something about Jada and him again, and Will constantly allowing Jada to get picked on or allowing people to disrespect her. You sitting here and I'm in a shot. I don't think they gonna have the stage set up like that again. 16 years married, April 11th. All right, I know that's right. That's in a couple of weeks. Congratulations. That ain't easy. It is not easy. It really isn't. I'm trying to catch up to y'all. Y'all been talking to me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all the way up here. That's crazy. If it was me during this situation, I would have did this off TV. He probably did though. I agree with Chris. Took that punch. He had to let it go. And man, he was thrown all the way off, but he took it. Like they were not at a comedy show, so that was not tasteful. Exactly. They weren't. And I know it was like a hosting thing, and they usually put comedians up there, and Chris been up there for a couple of years hosting the Oscars, but I just felt like it was not it wasn't called for, especially when you could have said anything else. Why do you pick them though, of all people? You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody be like just like flat out criticizing the I don't know, Bob Barkers and all of those people on the other side of the room. Y'all turn right to this section where you know that the elite celebrities are and try to down talk them or say something and they headlines or something like that. Like you could have just left it alone. Left it alone. You didn't have to say nothing about her. Anytime you doing research to make a joke about somebody, you probably know their history and stuff like that. So you more than likely knew that the reason why she shaved her head off like that is hair off is because she was suffering with alopecia. And I mean, coming as a woman who, yeah, I have a head full of hair, but there's spots on my hair where I wish I had thicker hair or my edges don't grow in, and I can feel her pain. I grew my hair, true enough, but I could definitely feel where she's coming from when you, as a woman, your hair is your crown. And I don't know how to explain it because, like, and then the industry they in is like 10 times higher. Like, beauty is like the number one thing, especially as a black woman, because you scrutinize of how you look. They only can do this because a lot of black women, and I can attest for this, still look younger than they actually are because of our melanin or just because of how we carry ourselves, whatever it may be. But other than that, if you look any certain kind of way or you don't look the ideal image of a black woman, you're gonna be scrutinized. And for her, it was her hair. Yes, she shaved her hair before, but it's something about voluntarily losing your hair, voluntarily letting your hair go, and having to let your hair go. You know what I mean? That's a part of her beauty. So she's trying to learn this new chapter of her life of being 50 something years old with no hair, can't grow her hair the way she wants to. Even when she shaves her hair, she still shows that she has spots in it. It's just a whole thing. So I know internally how she, somewhat how she will feel because our hair is one of our best features. I can tell you that for me. I love my hair and I know how much if I cut, you know how people will be in the salons and shops if they cut their hair, they're in here about to be in tears because our hair means something to us. Did he? I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I know they said they was gonna do like a red table talk, and he was gonna explain what he's feeling, and they talk about it. Um, I don't know when they said they was gonna do that, but they definitely said they was gonna do it. But that's dope if he apologized. But I'm pretty sure, you could apologize for it, but the question is, do you think he will redo it again? He would just sit in his seat next time. That's what I want to know. Yeah, he got what she was feeling. He knew. Yeah, of course, that's her husband, so he knows the inner depth of what she's going through, and not to mention, like about 5 or 6 years ago, Jada had a full head of hair. That was her hair. She had full, beautiful, curly, big hair. So to go from that to not having any is a whole. She didn't have a pixie cut or anything like that. To go from that to to having to shave it because she was losing so much of it, it has to probably be traumatizing for her. I would think. Yeah, 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 Jamila. Exactly. Okay, I feel you. Okay, yeah, because I, a lot of times that seem crazy or erratic to everybody else, but to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? We all was sitting there thinking that, like, no disrespect to Billy Eilish, John, whoever it was, John, Dick, and Harry. Everybody knew Beyonce should have won for that. Put the ring on it. Everybody knew. And how did y'all just gloss over that? Like it almost is like a slap in the face. Like y'all tolerate us, but y'all technically, if y'all could, y'all don't want us. But at the end of the day, a lot of us are the secret sauce to what brings y'all entertainment to life. How much entertainment can you get if you didn't have us? It's like y'all just tolerate us. That's all. I don't want to offend nobody, but that's just how I kind of feel about it. Exactly. It's always a backstory. You can't follow what's going on with Kanye. I just actually just put out a statement. Well, I basically stated that Kanye, I don't disagree with him jumping up and basically, when he was at the Oscars or the Grammys, and he jumped up and said something about Beyonce. She did a great. Hey, James Gype Gype. Oh, I love James Gype Gype. Oh my goodness. Hey, long time no see. Aiden, you agree with Cam? Yeah, I just kind of. What you say, Bree? What you laughing at? Bree laughing. What's funny, girl? Nah, I just, I just don't. I don't agree with maybe. Probably it kind of hurt her feelings. Him making an apology was cool. Her trying to take this as a national tour of, oh, he just tried to ruin me and take up. Like, come on, man. He made a statement that we always thinking, and as outlandish as Kanye be sometimes. Sometimes. The other times I don't agree. You start talking about slavery, I'm off the bus. Let me off. Open the door and let me out. Besides that, like certain things for him to get on, because we was just all rooting for him to say George Bush doesn't like black people when he didn't go down there and see the devastation in Hurricane Katrina. He hadn't sent anything for people who was affected by it. He didn't do that. So we can't just play the fence when he say something reckless and we don't like it, and he say something reckless and we all, yeah, that's Kanye. Woo. No. Now the whole Trump thing, I don't agree. I agree with him opposing against, because to be honest, politics are real shady, and they get in the office together, Democrats, Republicans alike. So you gotta Be mindful who you put in office. So I don't agree with neither parties personally, but certain stuff he was saying, as irrational as it is, it made a little sense in its own way. If you could read Kanye language, because he got his own words and his own way of saying things. So when he got up there on stage and took the mic from Taylor Swift and said no disrespect to you, but Beyonce had the, it was just to acknowledge that we see what y'all doing, but there's gonna be somebody who's gonna break the mold and change the game and allow y'all to see how y'all have invited us to the party, but y'all don't really want us to participate. So for her to do a turnaround and perform in the middle of Compton was a dope look for her. And I don't know if she won a Grammy or not, but she deserved every award given to her because that's just how dope she is. Matter of fact, she didn't. I think Billie Eilish won over her. How crazy is that? And I ain't a part of the Beehive, but I just thought that was crazy. Alopecia for women is hard. Yes, mentally and physically. She was fighting in the weight of him watching his wife hurt. Exactly. Hey, Metro. Wild times. Okay, Charlotte Hills. He was overwhelmed. I felt so bad. Y'all got to see Bel Air. Y'all can see why he be so hurt and like, you know what I'm saying? He had a temper. So the tears and stuff is actually anger. He just be tired. It be a lot. Sometimes you know what I'm saying? Us black women understand our black man. We got to hold them up to accountability and be there for them because and be their support team because sometimes they get the weight of the world on them. He sent you a clip, Metro. Okay. He slapped him. He didn't punch him. Now, like if he punched him, I don't know how much Chris Rock could stomach and hold on to that. But he slapped him. He just kind of like did a little tap. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said next time Mike Tyson got to host the awards. I said these people is crazy. Twitter. I don't have a Twitter, but the images from Twitter all on Instagram was just hilarious to me. He ain't call her a bald head scallywag. Really, he really agree. To me, it was a light joke, especially for comedians. Yeah, but to for me personally, they had tension with each other. It's not even about um the joke in per se, because the joke was light. The joke was corny. The joke been said. How many people when GI Jane came out and what 20 something, and I mean 2000 and something, like early 2000, or was it in 90s, late 90s, early 2000, whenever it was. How many people use that joke as a way of trying to call somebody bald head? Oh, you GI Jane or something? I know it was stupid, but the point of it's the messenger. It's not the message, it's the messenger. For when you get on the Oscars, who we boycotted beforehand, when he was feeling unappreciated when he did a movie and Jada called out for a boycott. It didn't go through. She asked Chris Rock of all people. He made all these jokes about Jada then and called her all kind of names and like, oh well, I'm gonna just boycott this and da. Okay, cool. Keep that same energy. So that's what Will was basically saying. Keep her name out your mouth. Like you don't even have to say nothing to her. If you can't say nothing good, joke or not, don't say nothing to my wife. And she is also put out there that she has suffered from alopecia. So it wasn't that she lost her hair voluntarily. She has a shortcut because she cut it off and she's gonna grow it back, or she's gonna keep it short. No, she can't keep her hair long because she's losing her hair in and patches. So it's very sensitive for her, which is why she started wearing scarves and stuff like that. Which is why her mom and her daughter cut their hair off to support her and stuff like that. And Jaden tried. Everybody was trying to console her, but she was really heartbroken when she talked about it on the Red Table Talk. So if you Googled her and you was making jokes and was thinking of what you could say, you heard about that. You did this way. See? That's it. No, mommy. I took it off. Leave it hanging. What's wrong with you? PJ, you interrupting my life. I'm over here really expressing myself about this. It's real. It's real out here, okay? Put the bro. Stop. PJ want to get in on it. A joke that turned out to be a backfire for Chris and will not like it when he assaults him. Man, everybody hates Chris. I know that. I see that now. Why they say everybody hate Chris? Cause he get they both just I don't know. Will is wrong for slapping Chris. I mean, sometimes a man comes to his boiling point, but your opinion is valued and understood. I just disagree. Because sometimes you don't know what goes on behind scenes. You don't know how much has been built up. And honestly, the Smiths took a beating last year. Honestly, like them whole jokes about her entanglement and all of that stuff. Everybody coming in on him, and then him being treated for like his picture being sent around for the teardrops and the crying because he was aware of what was going on and all of this stuff, and then them saying that she was allowed to date him, like taking his words and their truth and spinning it, probably just built up. And then you sit here and you had some past history when you thought this person wouldn't even say nothing to you because you made all these jokes, but you see them, and out of all the people in the room, you direct your energy to me. I mean, stuff happens. Stuff you can't control. You can say whatever you want to say, but just know that what you say may have a repercussion to it. Like I can't tell you how to think. I can't tell you what joke to say and what not to say. But know that when you say something, you may not like how it comes back at you, but it's gonna come back. Whether it's a good way or it's a bad way. Because if you just sat there and took it, then will we be talking about it? No. But then we'll probably be talking about how Will sat back as Jada sat here tearfully cried because they put that camera on her on purpose for her reaction. She tearfully cried because he made a corny joke. So it's either or. So which one would you want with his wife and she's cried because she got disrespected in front of everybody, all her peers? Or would you want to be the one who got up and slapped the mess out of him and told the world, okay, that's enough of y'all talk about my wife? That's all I'm saying. Ain't nobody finna keep letting you poke the bear. That's it. Jamil said, that's a little harsh. It can happen to any woman. I'm looking at that alone and honestly can't relate. Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right, because I didn't expect it. I woke up this what in the world? And it was everywhere. I said this got to be scripted. This has got to be this cannot be real. Like they starting to put out viral moments on the Oscars. Come on now. This don't even seem real. But the way the people expression was, the Lapita behind him, Denzel Washington trying to console her rolling her eyes, Chris Rock being like stumbled upon his words. I'm like, okay. And then when they the topping on the cake was when they blurred out his what he really was saying, and then you saw what he was saying on Shade Room. You was like, oh, yeah, that was real. That was unscripted, unfiltered, very real. What was going on there? Hi, Glaive. Let me catch up. I'm still. Oh, let me stop talking. What's up, James? Money 615. I'm trying to get back to y'all. My bad. My bad. I'm losing the comments. It was a joke. Yeah, the joke too. Yeah, and I really feel like it's the messenger. Anybody else could have probably said that joke. It was who it came from. Jada does look good. She definitely does. I'm not sure how many people don't. Millions of people watch that show to know that she had alopecia, but I'm pretty sure he probably didn't. He didn't know. Um, but he probably just was fed up and it was the heat of the moment. And like I said, it's the messenger who said the joke to him. It wasn't really the joke itself. To be publicly, yeah, it got publicly. I'm Dr. Cyber the face. So, hey man, look, you want to poke the bear, don't get mad when the bear bites your head off because you keep poking them. I'm supposed to be the bear still letting you keep poking me? At some point, the internet has become a bully to people. And to get the flack that they got when he stood up and said that speech, it really made sense. It's like we supposed to keep on getting this. Just imagine being in his position, being a celebrity, having his money, but in return, you're supposed to receive all of this hatred. All not even to show you all, just half the hatred that he was getting online that you didn't even know that you knew about. All the stuff he was getting that you didn't know about. Probably death or all type of stuff. It was a build up. It really was. And for them to look at them as peers because they know what each other goes through, and you don't use that line and try to be funny off of me at this time, and you don't know what I'm going through. I'm not gonna let you beat my wife down. She had a rough last year, and we're not gonna start this in 2022. That's how I look at it. Yes, Jamila. You better tell them. You better preach, girl. We never can say what a person hurt and anger can lead into their moment. Never. Okay, okay, we can agree. We can agree on something, Bree. I see you. I see you. Yes, I felt like it was unfortunate. I felt bad for her in a way, but the whole when she was dragging it like she was this victim, girl. Everybody wanted to say that. Everybody was thinking that. And at some point, y'all inviting us to the show but don't want us to participate. Somebody is going to be a Kanye or Will Smith. Somebody is going to break the normalcy of what y'all have. This is not, you know what I'm saying, follow the leader. It's going to be somebody who's going to let astray and be like, look, why is you keep on nominating us, but you're not um celebrating us. Y'all want us to be here, but y'all really don't want us apart. So I felt like it was in he said what all of us was thinking. And he told her no disrespect to you, but Beyonce had the album of the year this year. Same with this year. That song she did was beautiful and nominated worthy to the point where she deserved the Oscar. But for her to lose to somebody who, like, come on, man, y'all get it together. Okay, Jamila, that's what I can. We could always agree to disagree. It's no shade or argument. You know what I'm saying? We all have different opinions. We wouldn't even be real if we all thought alike. So I definitely agree. Because in a sense, I could say, oh no, he shouldn't have smacked him, but I don't agree. I don't agree in poking the bear. I don't agree in that strategy where you could keep poking somebody and not get, you know, hit back. A hit dog will holler, and eventually, I'm not gonna allow you to keep on disrespecting my family and my people, and then to do it publicly in my face. Oh, and I can touch you. Security can't hold me back. It's my God-given right as a man, not me personally. I'm not a man, but as a man, to protect and defend the rights and honor of my wife. Okay, and she had a rough time, so she deserves somebody to be there to protect her. And who is that? Me. And that slap was heard across the world because, hence the title, the slap caught across the world was because all of y'all need to know. Keep her name out y'all effing mouth. That's all I'm saying. Christians took one for the team. I am so far behind, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all still letting me talk and ramble around until I get to you, okay? Ooh, okay, Beach Bob Ross. Hello, hello. No, I'm just playing. Chris should have replied, keep other men out of your wife mouth and exit stage. I heard that. I heard that line. Somebody just said that line like he would have won if he said that. I honestly believe if Jada didn't feel no kind of way like she did, he probably would have laughed it off and he wouldn't have got up and did that. Mike Tyson, heck, he wouldn't have got up and slapped Mike Tyson. But you never know. T.I. stood up toe to toe with Floyd Mayweather. Love will make you do some crazy things. So if you go put me in a stretcher, Mike, I'm going to give you these hands. I don't know how far I'm going to go with them, but I'm going to definitely give you these hands. Imagine if Ricky Giovannis was hosting and got slapped. He would have paused the Oscars and commenced a 20-minute ring. Oh my goodness. Who is that? A boxer? Chris handled it professionally. I love the way he handled it and kept going. Yes, I do give him his props on that. Will made a joke about bald people in live interviews and said, come on, it's a joke. I'm telling y'all, I don't believe it's the joke. I don't believe it's the joke that he said. It's where it came from, who it came from. Don't dish it if you can't take it. I say, okay, Bob. Chris definitely handled it that slap with. I agree with Diddy. That man had one heck of a chin, baby. That man stood steady and firm. I'm with Charlemagne. I would have been on the floor rolling around like I lost my mind. I need a couple M's for that. You done broke my jaw. I paid to see that Chris Rock versus Will Smith. I definitely pay to see that, but I don't think Chris Rock is a fighter. I really don't. From his TV show of his life, being Everybody Hates Chris, he wasn't much of a fighter. He was a thinker. Rihanna took it, made a joke. Respect Will and carry on with the show. For real, that was out, outstanding. Being embarrassed in a thing. And when you get oh this is real spicy here. Okay, George Floyd deserved it. Wow. I'm gonna get to you. First about it, he had to catch himself because he was stumbling a little bit over his words. And the only thing he could say to calm himself down was that I just got slapped. But for him to keep the show going and make sure that everybody got the awards they got and not let that uh, change up what he was doing um, was definitely commendable. Um, I don't believe in black privilege, but I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I definitely don't believe in it. There's no such thing as white privilege, but now we know black privilege is very much a thing. There is a such thing as white privilege. It has been proven time and time again that, you know, people are, let me calm down. Let me calm down. Facts. I feel you, Bree. I'm gonna let them say what they. If that was a white man who slapped Chris, I'd love to see all the stupid headlines. Um, I think they would get the same scrutiny, if not more. But I still believe that Will has gotten a lot. And honestly, if you look at it, Will and Chris have a history of falling out, but at the same time, they probably had a friendship because they both in the comedy realm, acting realm, or whatever. So they're like probably friends at one point. So what friends don't you know don't have a disagreement or words, even if y'all disagree with each other in the past, y'all were friends at one point. So I don't necessarily believe like you wouldn't look at that like, this is especially if Chris didn't want to press charges. He didn't want to stop the show. He didn't want to hit him back or any retaliation. It was an understanding. Chris is just as famous as Will Smith, So they know the same people, they run in the same circles. So I don't agree with if it was somebody else and all that. I think that because their familiarity with each other, the common people they know, the stuff that's behind the scenes, caused them to not really actually pursue him in a way that if it was somebody else. Just like if your brother was standing on a stage and said something bad about you and you're ready to fight him, we finna say, yeah, that man needs to go to jail. No, them brothers. They just don't agree with each other. Black America is falling. We need strong black people to help rebuild us like Candace Owens. Oh, okay. I don't agree with her political stance or her rhetoric that she talks about. But I mean, I do feel like we do need strong leaders in general and a strong foundation to get our communities back in order. So hopefully you'll be one of the ones who will be out there, fighting a good fight and making sure that we get that done. I appreciate you, Bree. I appreciate you, Bree. I had to swallow it. And I felt like I was Chris Rock for a second. Yeah, the slap was definitely a message. It was a tell all to anybody who keeps on disrespecting his wife. Y'all chill out with the comments, chill out with the jokes, chill out with the disrespect. And anybody who is I look at you as my peer that's around me that feels as though they're going to disrespect her in front of me, you will be dealt with. You might not be dealt with hands, but this time around, you can get these hands. Hey, Jennifer Allen. They make more jokes about her cheating. It was a meme that said Tupac would have shot him after the joke. See, that been buried, gone, well over 25 years, and y'all want to keep talking about Tupac. She chose Will. She's with Will, whatever the decision is. And if Tupac was there, he probably would have got up and slapped him too. That was like Tupac was just this goon. Tupac was a talker. Tupac would have came out and what I'm saying, said his stuff, and you probably would have feared him off his words alone. The reason why he had to get up and slap him is because I said it. They think Will is sweet. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has really looked into Will as being this big goon because he's always portrayed this goofy, funny, charismatic actor with the charm, but nobody really looked at it like Will had a temper too. They just assumed like, oh, Tupac, she picked the total opposite. When honestly, Jada said a long time ago that one of the reasons why she picked Will is because him and Tupac had similarities with each other. So that's why she kept saying if they got to meet each other, they would have got along because they had so much in common with each other. Tupac had a temper, Will got a temper. You know what I'm saying? Tupac is not finna sit for nothing. He gonna stand for everything. Will is too. He just approach it. Will would approach it a little bit different because he was in a different lane, and, as in the acting world, and he moved accordingly to try to appease these people. But as he getting older, this man 50 years old, and he getting older and older. You think you finna keep on taking this nonsense? I'm over 50 now. I'm not finna let y'all say nothing. I'm on millions. Y'all could take my career today and I will be okay. Like, so if Tupac was there, he probably would have slapped him too. Like, I don't think he would have shot him. Tupac is known for talking stuff though. You know what I'm saying? And he probably wouldn't even came at Jada. You probably couldn't say he only did that because he felt like he could say something to her because Will ain't gonna do nothing but sit on the other side and cry. That's what that slap was for. I'm tired of y'all disrespecting my wife. Unfortunately, you finna bite the bullet for all the rest of you suckers out here who keep on saying crazy stuff about my wife, who internally is my family, my kids watching this, my family's watching this. I'm not finna sit and then honestly, when I watched the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, not the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, the Bel Air, the darker version, it kind of makes sense. I really look at if you look at the show, you could see a lot of the characteristic of his mother. Because you got to know that they use a lot of stuff from his actual life, and so he got to put a little input on it. And I looked at it, and from me watching this show, they really use the characteristics of his mother is so much similar to Jada. You'll be like, I see it. Like if you really look at how his mama hold herself up, how she kept uplifting him, supporting him, raising him up, telling him he's a king way back when. I'm ready for you to wear your crown and all of this uplifting stuff. You be like, dang, that's why you in love with Jada. You is infatuated with Jada Pinkett because this is your mother. This is an image of your mother. They have like the same similarities. So he ain't finna play about her at all. Not at all. Was it really a cheating if they made an arrangement amongst their marriage? Um, Honestly, that's not even for nobody else to um decide or think about or say because to be quite honest, that's their marriage. So me personally though, I don't. If we have an agreement, our marriage is everybody marriage is not the same. Everybody commitment is not the same. Everybody life is not everybody agreement with you and you have agreement with me and we have an understanding. I don't feel as though it's cheating if we both agree on this. Me personally, I don't share. I'm not nice with sharing. I'm not going to do that. But everybody's not the same, like I said. So I don't feel like it's cheating if they had an agreement, they had an understanding. That man said, no matter what goes on, no matter how much we disagree with each other, no matter how we don't hate we hate each other, I'm not divorcing you. I'm not gonna let you go. So they was in a rough time. They was living in separate parts of the house. He had a woman, she had a man, and they still was married. So I don't look at it as cheating. That's true life for Jamila. But they were still making jokes about her and that entire situation. Jada made him look like that though. Anyways, yeah, because they air their business out on that red table talk. And I mean it's gonna come with so much scrutiny, no matter what you say or how you say it, when it's something that's not with the norm and unfamiliar to people, it's definitely gonna come with a lot of backlash. But I mean he understood the sound. He played it how he wanted to. Anytime you make an arrangement and you say something like we're never getting in divorce no matter what, and now I'm dating somebody else and she's dating somebody else, we're still living in the same household kind of situation, then he kind of made himself look like that. I don't think she made herself look like that. I think it was both of them trying to make something work. And in the end of it all, they came back together because they're each other's person. But I can truly understand when they say, you be with somebody for so many. Look at Anthony Anderson. I just saw he finna get divorced, and he been with his wife for 22 years over unreconcilable differences or whatever. So it doesn't matter how long you be with somebody. Sometimes people grow, and y'all either grow together, y'all grow apart. And so even with him growing apart, whether he's on the road doing movies after movies and being gone for months to years on end, he didn't want to let her go. She needed more. She needed comfort and she needed support. She needed somebody else to hold on to. And it just so happened to be was Alcina. So, and for him, he didn't let that go. And he said they'll never get a divorce. So I feel like it's like a balance of both of them. And that's why they had to eat it when they put it out there. And they probably had to put it out there because it had been speculating for so long. And then with August Alsina coming out and talking about what he's going to say and put out, and, so it's like let her say her piece because otherwise they're going to be screwed now. Everybody's going to know one side of the story. So let me put my story out before somebody else can try to tarnish my name even more. Jennifer, sometimes when you're on the spotlight, when you're in the spotlight, you can't control how it comes out. I don't think either one wanted a bad life for each other. No, I don't. I definitely don't. I agree, Jamila. Yeah, I don't think they wanted a bad life for each other. I just think they in the spotlight, and so they get the scrutiny even worse. I know for years I've always heard that they either was swingers or they was in an open relationship or something to that extent because they talk to other people or whatever. I think at the root, Will and Jada have a lot going on that they don't share. I definitely agree. I'm about to call you Jennifer. Bree, I definitely agree. I definitely. That's the sole purpose of this whole conversation. Don't nobody know what people be going through. So I really feel like they have some stuff internally and externally, behind the scenes and in front of the scenes that we don't know what's going on. So we can all have our opinions on it. They're the only ones, and the people who they know around them I know what's really going on and why that happened. But from just my eyes, I just felt like he had some mental stuff going on. I really do. I don't fault him for it. I feel like he took the blunt of a lot of the jokes, the criticisms, the critiques, the memes, the jokes, the funniness, all the craziness, the comments, the backlash, the bad talk, the rappers, everybody, all of that in 1 year over and over again. You can't open your phone without it, your kids seeing it. That gotta be traumatizing. Or they don't want to see it. Anything is being said or done is used against them. Or well, we don't want to, get in an entanglement. Like it's funny because you use it in a context until you see what the reasoning is behind it. Yeah, they brought that on themselves of putting it out there and how they had it. But at the same time, how hurtful is it to hear that over and over again? That's just like if you threw away something that meant something to somebody else. And I'm constantly saying, you threw that away though. But at the end of the day, that's just like a woman nagging, like, okay, but you did this or you did that. You cheated on me. You cheated on me. You left me. You did this. You did that. But you're still with him. Like at the end of the day, it's like if you cheated and you're gonna accept that, you're gonna have to accept him and what he did to you. Now, whatever happens, if you cheat, you cheat. I don't condone it, but it's people who that level doesn't bother them or they can get over it. So if you can get over it enough to still be with him, then don't think that you're going to keep badgering the person over and over. So yeah, they was in an open situation. They had an arrangement. They don't consider themselves cheating. They were married. They had an agreement. Marriage is just a piece of paper at the end of the day, and it's a commitment that you make with your spouse. So in my marriage, in my commitment, we committed to each other for life. And even in our bad times or weak times, we chose an agreement that made sense to us at the time until it didn't make sense anymore. So in that agreement, we're not going to keep getting scrutinized for something we decided to do with each other. You feel me? Like, I don't know, because I speak on a relationship, but that's just kind of how it just seemed like for the whole last year, 2021, definitely the end of 2020, after we got over the whole COVID stuff and all that stuff, we heard nothing but like the Will Smith stuff because that Red Table Talk, I think, was like the beginning of the year in 2021. So that's all you kept hearing was this August. August I seen, I think, came out at the end of the year and try to put out a statement and say little stuff that actually come out as a family and really spill their uh, personal business. Understand, in my opinion, traveling the world, I look at things with an open mind. I feel we are Americanized, and other countries have different rules, and look at it different as well. Like these people have been able to travel the world, being to places that sometimes people, especially people like me, I never dreamed that I get to go to. So they have different perspectives on life and what they want out of life. And not to say that, um, it's right. Like, say you go to Africa and you see this man got seven wives. Now I want to come back home to America and have seven wives. No, it's not okay. If it's not an arrangement, it's not the situation you want. But what's for you is for you. So if that's not for you, then give me the option that that's not for me. But other than that, everybody, life is precious. It's your life. Everybody has one life. Everybody. Not even in a marriage. Each person is an individual. This is the life from their perspective and the lens from their eye. So whatever they want to choose within their life is for them. And once you go around to these different places and you see different things and you soak up different cultures and different aspects, what people you may change your mind. Just like if you in a relationship and you grow, so you might change your mind and decide to want to explore different options other than what the Americanized thought is one wife, kids, picket fence, car, good job, live a great life, pay your taxes, and die. Like some people want different things, but it's not for nobody else to judge because everybody has dirt on their name. Everybody relationship is not the same. Anytime you over 10 years in a relationship with anybody, there has been things that's gone on in that relationship that somebody else can look in and be like, man, I don't like that. I ain't feeling that. I don't agree with that. That ain't right. But who are you to judge how my relationship is, especially if we're okay with it? You know? That's why I kind of into it with with that whole August Alsina thing because that's not my relationship. You man, it's not easy being with somebody. It's not easy being married to somebody, and it's definitely not easy being with somebody for that long and not go through things. It take a lot of self control, and then to the being that you're literally a millionaire. You're in a and especially if that's not your upbringing, that's not where you came from. But now you in a money bracket, so now you really get to see different things, and your temptation is heightened times 2,000. Like you could be tempted by a couple of people off the neighborhood or from a local store, whatever. But this is times 2,000 because you running around doing different stuff. You're the superstar. You're the celebrity. So it take a lot of willpower, no pun intended, and a lot of self control. And I guess eventually it made them want different things from different that each other didn't have to give. And so they thought they could explore their options with other people. That's all. That's all. And I don't fault them for it. I don't think that, and I really feel like they did. Their hand was up. It's already been speculated, but it was always just rumors or whatever. It wasn't never in concrete. But once the game got changed, once August came out and really publicly said something about the situation, that's kind of what I feel like. Why it happened like that. But I definitely understand them, and I just definitely I just pray for every party that they don't go any further than what it is. Past this controversy, something crazy else could happen in a couple days, and we get over this. Um, that really made the joke funnier, honestly. The slap, but it's never okay to be violent, especially when words can get you that angry. But at the same time, again, my stance on it is how many times do you think you're gonna poke the bear until the bear lets you know I'm a bear? You know, like I don't agree with that. I feel like it was some boiling tension from another place and several other people that caused that to happen. I feel like Jada got hurt and Will was gonna let it slide until he saw she got hurt. And I also feel like, you know, this was to let any and everybody else know, don't think you can come in my face and disrespect me and my family. Because you can say stuff about me, but you literally disrespecting me as a man to disrespect my wife and think that I wouldn't say nothing. So I just think those are like a combination of things that caused him to do that. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for agreeing me. You know what I'm saying? I like being a no. I'm just I'm just saying. No, but honestly, that's just how that's just my take on it. I don't mean no harm. I'm not trying to promote violence. I don't want black on black crime, or as a old boy said earlier, that I'm trying to sit here and give out black privileges because honestly, I don't believe in black privilege because you have to be privileged to have black privilege, and we're not really born with a silver spoon in our mouth. But that's another topic for another day. Just saying, I'm not trying to condone and promote violence or just saying that, making this ratchetness righteous. It's not. But at the end of the day, you have to stand up for yourself. You do. You can't keep letting people sit here. Like, you're not finna keep whipping me and then telling me smile and get back to work. No, no way, Jose. No. None of your homies in the background, the black white people in here who think it's okay, laughing about it. No, cut it. I'm gonna show you and the rest of y'all that I am not playing with y'all about my wife. So I bet you, good money You won't see them talking about Jada like that too much longer anyway. You hear them talking right now about the situation, but you ain't finna hear people about them talking about Jada appearance, their relationship, her choices, and some of the things she say. You won't be seeing them joking, laughing, ha ha, kiki, too much more about them because that man let it be known. Keep my wife name out your effing mouth. Period. Period. I know that's right, Jamila. Aretha said, respect, find out what it means to me. We'll say, now you know. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much, Jamila. I love your opinions and your insight. I appreciate it. Yes. Respect. RESPECT. Me. Period. I'm not finna play with y'all about my wife. This is the year of people not you being disrespectful no more. Man, we went through a whole pandemic for 2 years straight. People is tired. We done seen some crazy stuff going on. And y'all want to sit here and play with this man and his family like this, like it's a joke. Y'all using him as the butt of a joke. No, we not finna do that. Not on my watch. We reclaiming our time. PJ on my it was dang on phone. He's trying to get sleepy, trying to tell me to get off the phone. Yeah, but that's pretty much my stance on it. I just wanted to hear y'all insight and y'all opinion. I really love all the comments and the commentary. That was dope. I'm definitely gonna have more discussions about some stuff, some good topics and stuff, cause y'all came through for a sister today. I don't know how many people came in. I hope y'all like this video, but I appreciate y'all for coming in. I definitely do. I know it's getting late and everybody getting ready to eat or getting ready for the next day, so I'm going to head out of here. But I definitely thank everybody who came in, left a comment, left a like, um, laughed a little, understood what was going on, all of that good stuff. I definitely will see y'all on the next video. I actually be premiering my video, so anybody who watching, my video will be premiering tomorrow at 6:15. Is it Pacific time? I don't know, but 6:15. Yes, good night, Bree. Love y'all, girls. Yes, I hope to see all of y'all there tomorrow at my video premiering. The first half of me going to Puerto Rico. I'm very proud of it. I finally got it together. I'm literally trying to get the second half, working on that, getting the second half together now. Also, I have another video coming out. So just stay tuned. I'm trying to pump these videos, y'all. So y'all stay tuned and definitely like, comment, and subscribe like my kids be telling me to say. And I love y'all. Y'all be beautiful because y'all all are beautiful people. And I will see y'all on the next video. Love you guys. Good night.